Good afternoon, class. Our discussion for today is more on Laplace transform. Laplace transform is given the function f of x, the Laplace transform f of s, given by the Laplace integral, the Laplace of transform of f of x, which is equivalent to f of s once again, which is equivalent to the integral of f of x multiplied by e raised to negative sx dx from 0 to infinity. So basically, para makuha natin yung Laplace transform of a certain function, either in terms of x or in terms of time, or into from some other variables, and then convert natin ito into function of s or f of s, basically, ito ang gagamitin natin na formula. Okay? So, para for the sake of our of demonstration kung paano natin ito gagamitin, let us consider solving the following example, which is this one. So, determine the Laplace transform of f of t, which is equivalent to 1. So, um, basically, meron tayo ditong given na function, which is in terms of time, which is equivalent to 1. So, para makuha natin yung Laplace transform nito, which is f of s, so ang f of s natin is equivalent to, as per the formula that was mentioned kanina lang. So, we may consider the variable, independent variable, to be the time na. So, we can just replace yung x kanina as this one. Okay? So, this will now become equivalent to the integral of f of t multiplied by this function, which is this one, times dt. Okay? So, from 0 to infinity. So, basically, ang f of t natin is equivalent to 1. So, we can just plug in this one dito. So, this will now become equivalent to the integral of 1 multiplied by e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. So, 1 times e raised to negative st is just this one. So, if we evaluate the integral of this one, this will now become equivalent to negative 1 over s, which is multiplied by e raised to negative st, which will be evaluated from 0 to infinity. So, in this case, meron tayong negative 1 over s multiplied by e raised to negative s multiplied by infinity minus e raised to negative s times 0. Okay? So, if we evaluate this further, itong e raised to negative s times infinity, itong s na to is actually a constant. So, therefore, a constant multiplied by infinity is basically infinity. So, don't forget this negative sign. So, therefore, the overall result of this one is actually negative infinity. So, a constant raised to negative infinity, we can actually assume this to be 0, because if we try to uh, raise a certain constant by a very huge negative number, is mag-approach siya to 0 value. Okay? So, therefore, we can consider this to be equal to 0, and itong negative s times 0 is actually 0. So, e raised to 0 is actually 1. So, therefore, meron tayo ditong 1. So, therefore, meron tayong uh, result, which is ganito. So, negative 1 over s multiplied by, so this term will now become equivalent to 0 minus 1. So, of course, this become equivalent to negative 1 over s multiplied by 0 minus 1, which is negative 1. So, negative 1 times term is actually 1 over s. Okay. So, f of s is equivalent to 1 over s. So, this is actually our final answer. And by inspection, this is our letter of our choice, which is letter A. Okay? So, next question, which is number 15. So, dito sa question na to, basically, meron na tayong function f of t which is equivalent to t. So, for us to solve this one, we can actually use the formula that was, again, mentioned kanina, which is f of s, which is equivalent to the integral of f of s, f of t pala to, sorry. So, f of t multiplied by e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. So, in this case, meron na tayong integral of t times e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. So dito, meron tayong two terms, integrand. So an algebraic term multiplied by exponential term. So we can perform integration by parts. So for the sake of our discussion, let us consider na lang using DI method, which is actually uh, a version of integration by parts, pero pinagkaiba lang nila is mas organized itong DI method. Okay? Kasi tinatabulate natin. And kumbaga mas malinis ang solusyon natin in this case. So we can separate solution. Evaluate muna natin ito. So let's say integral of t e raised to negative st dt. Saka na natin i-plug in yung limit. Okay? So dito, by inspection, once again, itong t natin is an algebraic term. Ito, algebraic term ito. And ito naman is obviously an exponential. So when performing DI method, meron tayong kinoconsider na uh, acronym, which is ito, DIAT. So which is basically serves as a guide para makuha natin yung proper order. Alin ba yung i-integrate natin, alin ba yung i-differentiate natin. So the leftmost dito sa pasunod-sunod na to, kung alin yung nauna, well basically yun yung i-differentiate natin. And yung last, which is yung ikalawa, yun yung i-integrate natin or the nasa right side. So since itong term na to is actually an exponential, so basically, and ito siya yung last dito, well, of course, we can say that this term will be always integrated. And the other term na yung nakamultiply dito is i-differentiate. Okay? So, if ever you encounter such a case na pares exponential function, then you can simplify the two terms into a single term by simply using laws of exponent. Okay? Para ma-combine natin siya into single term para mas madali yung pag-solve. So basically, itong t na to, which is the algebraic term, yun yung i-differentiate natin. And itong e raised to negative st, ito yung i-integrate natin. So let us write this d tapos I. Okay? So t, the derivative of this one is 1 and of course 0. So meron tayong plus minus plus na sign convention, always start with plus. Okay? So yung i-integrate natin is e raised to negative st. So i-integrate natin ito. This will now become equivalent to e raised to negative st divided by the derivative of the exponent, which is negative s. So which is actually magiging negative 1 over s ito, e raised to negative st. And if we integrate this once again, this will now become equivalent to uh, 1 over s squared na e raised to negative st, which is basically ito na lang yung i-integrate natin. Itong negative 1 over s i-set aside natin. So basically ito is the same as dito. So if you integrate this term, babalik lang naman tayo dito. So meron tayong dalawang constants which are identical na negative 1 over s, which is ito yung kakalabasan. Okay? So stop na tayo dito because meron tayong 0 na nasa same row. So next step nito is actually let us draw some lines dito, which is yung dalawang terms na tinamaan nitong dalawang diagonal na lines na to is actually ito yung terms na i-multiply natin. Okay? So if ever we encounter this line naman, so ito yung i-integrate natin. Okay? So para mas maintindihan ninyo yung sinasabi ko, let us carry on the solution. So ang mangyayari is meron tayong, let's say, integral of t e raised to negative st dt. So this will be equivalent to, so the first term is ito, t times ito. Kukunin natin yung product nito. So meron tayong negative 1 over s times t e raised to negative st. Okay? So the product of these two terms. So yung ikalawa na diagonal is ito. So meron tayong negative 1 times 1 over s squared e raised to negative st. So this will be of course equivalent to minus 1 over s squared e raised to negative st. Okay? So meron tayo ditong 0 times this one. So of course this will be equivalent to 0. So as is na. Okay? So therefore, ito na yung integral natin. So some of you may be wondering bakit hindi ako nagsusulat ng plus c dito. Although if we treat this as indefinite integral, well obviously dapat meron akong plus c. But since ang ano natin dito is definite integral, so of course we can exclude yung plus c. Okay? To avoid confusion because we are assuming that the initial condition is 0, 0. Okay? So ito yung gagamitin natin in this case. So if we go back dito sa previous part na to, so of course magiging ano na siya. So negative 1 over s. Let me isolate this first. So negative 1 over s t e raised to negative st minus 1 over s squared e raised to negative st, which is evaluated from 0 to infinity. So basically, meron tayo ditong common factor which is 1 over s. Okay? Or we can consider na negative 1 over s, pwede din. So para mas ano natin yung sa loob. Okay? Mas madaling intindi because wala tayong kino-consider na negative sign na contribute pa ng some confusions. Okay? So we can factor out muna itong 1 over s, negative 1 over s. So this first term is magiging t e raised to negative st na lang, and then magiging plus na to 1 over s. Okay? So e raised to negative st, and once again this will be evaluated from 0 to infinity. So of course, if we plug in infinity dito, magiging ano na siya, infinity times ito magiging 0. So we can treat this to be 0 na lang. Okay? So 0 na to. Because if we take the limit of this one, well actually magiging 0 to because itong term na to is mag-increase lower than the decreasing value nito. Okay, so therefore if you take the limit of this term as t approaches to infinity, actually magiging 0 ang makukuha natin. If we directly plug in infinity talaga dito, well of course magkakaroon tayo ng indeterminate na sagot. So for the sake of analysis, well, we can consider na lang taking the limit of this term as t approaches to infinity, which is 0 ang makukuha natin dito. Okay? So basically, 0 to because of the previously mentioned the reason. So 0 plus negative infinity ito. So therefore, 0 na yan. So next is minus 0. So t times this term. So 0 na to times 1 because meron tayo ditong e raised to 0. So therefore, this will be equivalent to 0 plus 1 over s e raised to, itong term na to, since if we plug in 0 dito, this will become equivalent to 0. E raised to 0 is once again 1. So 1 times 1 over s is actually 1. So therefore, meron tayo ditong plus 1. Okay? So therefore, this will be equivalent to negative 1 over s multiplied by 0 na to minus 1. So 0 minus 1 is equivalent to negative 1 to multiplied by the negative 1 over s is actually 1 over s. So this is actually our final answer in this question. Okay. So by inspection, this is our letter of our choice. Okay. So once again, para madali yung pag-perform natin ng integration by parts, you can simply use this method, which is the I method, which is once again another version of integration by parts. So next question, number 16. Meron tayo ditong exponential function which is in the form of e raised to 2t. So we are asked about the Laplace transform of this function. So of course the formula is 1. So f of t multiplied by e raised to negative st dt. So this will be equivalent to the integral of uh, e raised to 2t multiplied by e raised to negative st dt. So in this case, yun na nga, namin na din dun sa previous problem that if we encounter this kind of scenario na meron tayong exponential functions, which is in this case parehas a yung base, we can actually perform use law of exponent para mas simplify natin ito because we can just combine these two terms para mas simplify natin. So 0 to infinity. So, for the sake of our discussion, let me put a side note dito, which is ang laman is of course the simplification process. Okay? So, meron tayong e raised to 2t multiplied by e raised to negative st. So, by loss of exponent, actually, magiging ganito siya. As you can recall, let's say meron tayong x raised to a multiplied by x raised to b. By loss of exponent, since pares ito base, we can actually copy this base, which is x, and the exponent of the resulting term is actually the sum of the exponents nito. So therefore, since meron tayong a tapos meron tayong b dito, we can just take the sum of these two exponents to serve as the final exponent of the x. So this is one of the laws of exponent na pwede, which is yun yung i-apply natin dito para ma-simplify natin. So therefore, itong term pala to, since pares e yung base, we can actually take the sum of these two terms. So therefore, meron tayong 2t minus st. Okay? Which is in turn, pwede natin siyang i-write as e raised to uh, 2 minus s times t. Okay? Since meron tayo ditong common factor na t, we can actually factor this out. So magiging 2 minus s na lang to multiplied by t. So therefore, if we use this term para dito, well of course, napakasimple na lang ng integral natin. So magiging integral of e raised to 2 minus s ito multiplied by t from 0 to infinity. Okay? dt from 0 to infinity. So integral of e raised to this exponent, well actually, magiging e raised to 2 minus s times t, and i-divide natin siya by the derivative of the exponent, which is 2 minus s. So we will evaluate this one from 0 to infinity. Sorry. Parang to infinity. So therefore, basically, itong integral na to, para mas malinis tignan, we can factor this out since this term is actually a constant. So meron na tayo ditong e raised to 2 minus s from 0 to infinity. Dito na lang tayo magfo-focus, ano. So basically, this will now become equivalent to uh, 1 over 2 minus s multiplied by, okay, so if I plug in infinity dito, what will happen is meron tayong e raised to 2 minus s, which basically magkakaroon tayo ng negative infinity na term dito. Okay? So magkakaroon tayo dito ng negative infinity na term assuming that this s is larger than 2. Okay? So basically, e raised to negative infinity, basically meron tayong 0. Okay? So 0 na to. Minus, plug in 0 dito. Well, of course, mag-0 yan. So therefore, minus 1 ito. So negative 1 ang result. Multiply this one. So therefore, meron tayong negative 1 over 2 minus s. So some of you may argue that this is actually the final answer. Well actually, in terms of its mathematical value, tama na to. But we can simply eliminate this negative sign for simplification purposes. So paano natin to eliminate? Well, ang gagawin natin is i-factor out natin yung negative 1 dito. So we can simply rewrite this as negative of 1 all over negative of s minus 2. So kung ang ginawa natin dito is once again finactor out natin yung negative 1 dito. Okay? So we can rewrite this one as negative 1 multiplied by the quantity s minus 2 because if you distribute this once again, kumbaga the reverse process, pabalik lang naman tayo dito. Okay? So meron tayo ditong negative 1 over negative 1 dito. So the result is actually 1 over s minus 2. So this is a much simpler expression compared dito or representation compared dito. So we can treat this as the final answer in this question. So by inspection, dito sa given na choices, letter C is our final answer. Okay? So next question, number 17. Dito sa number 17, meron na tayo ditong trigonometric function in the form of sine of 3t. So, para makuha natin yung Laplace transform nito, well, we can simply uh, perform the method that was previously done doon sa mga previous items. So, the formula for the Laplace transform representation of a given function is equivalent to, once again, to the integral of f of t in this case multiplied by e raised to negative st dt, which is evaluated from 0 to infinity. So, in this case, ang function of t natin is sine of 3t. So, this will be equivalent to the integral of sine of 3t. Sine of 3t multiplied by e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. Okay? So, once again, lagay muna ako ng side note dito for evaluation ng integral na to. Okay? So, let's say integrate muna natin ito. So, the integral of sine of 3t e raised to negative st dt. Okay? So, by inspection, this is actually the trigonometric term and it is exponential. So, automatically, by default, since this is exponential trigonometric ito, by the acronym na LIATE, so mas nauna ito when compared dito doon sa acronym. So, therefore, this will be the term na i-differentiate natin. Ito is once again yung i-integrate natin. So, t, I, so sine of 3t, and this is e raised to negative st. So, plus, minus, depende. Dagdagan na lang natin ang depende. So, the derivative of sine of 3t is actually 3 cosine of 3t. So, the derivative of this one is actually negative 9 sine of 3t. Okay? So, because yun na nga, the derivative of cosine is of 3t is negative 3 sine of 3t. So, times 3 pa because of this constant. So, negative 9. So, ito naman, meron tayo ditong 1 over s e raised to negative st. If we perform the integration once again, meron tayo ditong okay, negative. Negative pala to. And next is positive 1 over s squared e raised to negative st. So notice na nag-stop na ako dito ano. Well, the reason why kung bakit nag-stop na ako dito is because meron tayong repetition na mangyayari. What is that repetition? Mauulit yung term na sine of 3t times e raised to negative st. Well, previously, yung pinarform natin sa integration by parts is nag-stop tayo sa may 0. Well, in this case, since wala naman tayo dito makukuha ang 0, so of course, we must look for another form of, kumbaga, magbibigay sa atin ng idea kung saan tayo mag-stop. In this case, dito, because this term will be repeated. Okay? Sine of 3t multiplied by this one. So, bakit? Ganon. This integral will be repeated. So, na-mention ko kanina that the terms na involved for the answers nito is actually, if you take the diagonals, the products of the diagonal, that will be the individual terms noong result. And if we take the product of the rows dito, i-integrate pa natin ito. So, basically, ang result nito, itong integral natin, will be ganito. So, this will be automatically equivalent to the product of this one. So, meron tayo ditong sine of 3t multiplied by negative 1 over s e raised to negative st, which is equivalent to negative 1 over s e raised to negative st times sine of 3t. So, ito naman is meron tayong 3 cosine of 3t multiplied by 1 over s squared times e raised to negative st. So, don't forget this negative sign. So, this is actually minus because of this negative sign. 3 all over s squared. So, the product of 3 tapos ito multiplied by e raised to negative st times cosine of 3t. So, ito, this will be the, we take the product of this one, tapos integrate natin because nasa row siya. Okay, nasa isang row. So, this will be equivalent to, so, negative 9, 1 over s squared, plus, sorry, pala 'to, sorry, minus because of the negative sign dito. So, integral of 9 all over s squared e raised to negative st sine of 3. So, notice that once again, itong e raised to negative st times sine of 3t were repeated. Well, ito kasi pwede natin siyang ilabas. Okay? So, para diretso na, let me include the limits dito para dire-diretso na. So, once again, this will be rewritten as negative 1 over s e raised to negative st sine of 3t minus 3 over s squared e raised to negative st cosine of 3t minus, we can factor this out because this s squared is actually a constant, so as the 9. So 9 over s squared integral of uh, e raised to negative st sine of 3t dt. So repeated na to. Okay? So since this result is equivalent dito, ang gagawin natin is what if i-transpose natin ito doon sa left side nitong equation. Okay? So ang mangyayari is ganito na. So meron tayong, to avoid confusion, I would like to rewrite the integral, ano. So the integral of sine of 3t, okay, sorry, 3t e raised to negative st dt must be equivalent to this one. So negative 1 over s e raised to negative st sine of 3t minus 3 over s squared e raised to negative st cosine of 3t minus 9 all over s squared integral from 0 to infinity of e raised to negative st sine of 3t dt. So yun na nga, this is our equation. So itong integral na to saka ito are basically equal. So we can combine these two integrals so by simply transposing this papunta doon. So ang mangyayari, meron tayong coefficient na 1 dito, meron din tayong coefficient dito na 1 over s squared, 9 over s squared. So negative ito, pag transpose natin siya dito, magiging positive na siya. So therefore, magiging 1 plus 9 over s squared na to times the integral, which is this one. Let us copy na lang ito. So sine of 3t times e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity, which is equivalent na lang dito sa dalawa na to. So negative 1 over s e raised to negative st sine of 3t minus 3 over s squared e raised to negative st times cosine of 3t. So in this case, since we are intending to evaluate the integral of this one, the value of this one, we can just divide both sides by the coefficient of this integral, which is ito. So the resulting expression will now become 1. So let us move on to the next slide na lang para uh, magkaroon tayo ng extra space for our solution. But first, i-copy ko na muna siya dito. So once again, meron tayong 1 plus 9 over s squared times the integral of sine of 3t times e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity, which once again equivalent to negative 1 over s e raised to negative st multiplied by sine of 3t minus 3 over s squared e raised to negative st multiplied by cosine of 3t. So, eto, i-isolate natin itong integral na to dito sa left side. So, we can just divide itong both sides ng equation by 1 plus 9 over s squared. 1 plus 9 over s squared. So, obviously, makakancel na to. So, therefore, ito na lang integral na tang matitira. So, basically, meron tayong integral which is ito, ang value. So, for the sake of simplification. Since dito sa denominator is meron na naman tayong fraction dito which is parang mag-a-appear siya as napakakomplikado. Well, ang gagawin natin is of course i-simplify natin by simply multiplying a factor na s squared over s squared, which is basically 1 lang naman ito. Well, the purpose of this one is to simply eliminate this denominator dito or fraction dito. Okay? Likewise dito. Kasi ang factor nito is s. Okay? Itong s squared na is maka-cancel na to. So, of course, the right side of the equation will now become equivalent to what? Magiging uh, so negative 1 over s times s squared is actually negative s na to multiplied by e raised to negative st sine of 3t minus 3 over s squared times s squared is actually 3 e raised to negative st na to times cosine of 3t divided by uh, 1 times s squared is actually s squared and 9 over s squared times s squared is actually 9 na to. And don't forget that this will be evaluated from 0 to infinity because this is actually equivalent to this integral. Okay, so let me rewrite na lang ito. Sine of 3t times e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. Okay? So, basically, this is equivalent to, so let's start with infinity. So, if we plug in infinity dito sa my t, basically, itong term na to is 0 and ito is negative infinity if we plug in this directly. But once again, same doon sa previous problems, if we take the limit nitong term na to as t, no, sorry. This s pala is actually a constant, sorry. So, ipa-plug in lang natin siya dito sa negative infinity na to. And once again, this is actually a constant pala, sorry. So, 0 na to. And multiplied by this one is magiging 0 na yan. So, 0 minus 3 times, ito is 0 na naman. So, therefore, write ko na lang to as 0 because this term will become 0. So, divided by s squared plus 9. So, minus, what if yung t is magiging 0? So, of course, 0 na to. So, 0 na din. Minus 3 times, ito, e raised to 0 is 1. So, times 1 na to. Cosine of 3 times 0 is actually cosine of 0 which is 1. So, times 1 na din to. Divided by s squared plus 9. So, basically, ito is magiging 0 na. And ito is magiging negative 3. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong negative of negative 3 all over s squared plus 9. So, since itong nasa parenthesis na to is negative 3 to, divided by this denominator. And don't forget, meron tayong negative sign dito which is ito. So, negative of negative 3 is actually positive 3. So, therefore, the final result is ito. 3 all over s squared plus 9. So, this is our final answer doon sa problem na to. So, basically, by inspection, the correct answer is letter A for 3 all over s squared plus 9. Okay? So, next question, number 18. Okay. So, what if meron tayong uh, cosine of 5t? So, basically, once again, pares lang naman ang process natin which is, of course, yung f of d natin, or sorry, yung f of s natin is equivalent to the integral of f of t times e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. Ito lang naman yung formula for the Laplace transform. Okay? So, f of t was once again this one. So, of course, ang integral natin, this will now become equivalent to cosine, cosine of 5t multiplied by e raised to negative st dt. So, eto, again, maglalagay muna ako dito ng side note. So, magiging t I na naman. So, automatically, dito na tayo sa D, which is yung cosine, because ito palagi na 'tong nasa integral side, eh, because this is actually the last doon sa order, Liate, which is the exponential. Automatically dito na siya ilalagay, okay. So, plus, minus, plus. So, let's say diyan na muna tayo, stop na tayo diyan. So, the derivative of cosine of 5t is actually negative 5 sine of 5t, and the derivative of this one is once again negative uh, 25 cosine of 5t. Okay? So, dito naman tayo sa integral side. So, the integral of e raised to negative st is once again negative 1 over s e raised to negative st. And if we perform integration nitong term na to, well, magkakaroon na tayo ng 1 over s squared e raised to negative st. Okay? So, of course, itong integral na to, this will be equivalent to, okay? So, yun na nga, ganito. Okay. So, let me use another color, ano, para mas madaling visualize. So, ito times this one, tapos integral nito. Okay? So, therefore, etong integral natin, which is the integral of cosine of 5t e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity is equivalent to uh, the product of this one, which once again negative 1 over s cosine of 5t uh, times e raised to negative st. And then negative times negative, magiging positive na siya. So, meron tayo dito ng positive 5 times 1 over s squared. So, plus 5 over s squared na to times sine of 5t e raised to negative st. And then, dito sa part na to, yun na nga, mag-integral na tayo dito because, or stop na tayo dito because magkakaroon ng repetition dito. The product of cosine tapos yung exponential term na e raised to negative st. So, once again, never mind na tong mga constants na to because madali naman siyang ilabas sa integral. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong plus saka negative sign dito. So, of course, the sign will be negative. So, minus integral of 25 all over s squared because product of 25 tapos 1 over s squared. Cosine of 5t e raised to negative st, t, of course. So, from 0 to infinity. So, eto, uh, we can, actually, pwede natin tong i-rewrite. Itong integral na to as ganito. So, 25 all over s squared integral from 0 to infinity of cosine of 5t e raised to negative st dt, which is itong integral natin is once again identical dito or the same. So, by that reason, we can actually combine these two integrals by simply transposing this integral papunta doon sa kabila. So, what will happen is ganito. So, meron tayo ditong 1 dito and meron tayo ditong negative of 25 over s squared. So, i-transpose this once again papunta doon, magiging positive na siya. So, therefore, meron tayong 1 plus 25 all over s squared as the coefficient of the integral of cosine of 5t e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity, which is once again equivalent to dito. Okay? So, negative 1 over s cosine of 5t e raised to negative st plus 5 over s squared sine of 5t e raised to negative st. So, of course, this will be evaluated from 0 to infinity. Ano po? So, as of now, di ko pa siya sinusulat for to avoid confusion. So, anyway, since kulang na naman tayo ng space dito sa slide, ang let us consider moving on to the next slide. Po. Okay. So, once again, yung sa kabilang slide is meron tayong 1 plus 25 all over s squared times the integral of cosine of 5t e raised to negative st dt, which is evaluated from 0 to infinity, which is once again equivalent to negative 1 over s cosine of 5t times e raised to negative st plus 5 all over s squared multiplied by sine of 5t e raised to negative st. So, dito, since we're evaluating the integral, we can just isolate this integral by simply dividing both sides by the coefficient, which is ito. So, 1 plus 25 all over s squared. So, 1 plus 25 all over s squared. Okay? So, cancel na to, cancel na yan. So, therefore, meron tayong integral of cosine of 5t e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity, which is equivalent to ito. But once again, uh, pa- same doon sa previous item, we can multiply this s by s squared over s squared, which is basically 1 para ma-simplify natin itong expression na to and makancel ito. And so as itong mga terms na involved dito na fraction. Okay? So therefore, this will be equivalent to negative 1 over s times s squared is actually s, or negative s rather. So negative s ito, cosine of 5t e raised to negative st plus 5 over s squared times s squared is actually 5. So times sine of 5t e raised to negative st divided by, so 1 times s squared is s squared plus 25 over s squared times s squared is 25. So of course, don't forget the limits from 0 to infinity ito. Okay? So of course, this is equivalent to, i-evaluate muna natin yung value ng function for this one at t is equal to infinity. So meron tayo ditong e raised to negative st. So of course, negative infinity na to. So therefore, e raised to negative infinity 0. So meron tayong 0 plus sine of, okay, ito 0 na to. So therefore, 0 na naman yan. So ito kasi, this will oscillate from 0 to 1 eh. So anyway, so anywhere from this 0 to 1 na value, tapos multiplied by 0, so magiging 0 lang naman yan. So therefore, divide pa natin to by s squared plus 25, which is this term is actually 0 lang naman yan. So minus the value of this function at t is equal to 0. So meron tayo ditong cosine of 0. So 0 na to. So negative s times cosine of 0 is actually negative s times 1 na naman to. So negative s times 1 times 1. Okay? Ito kasi is magiging 1 and so as this 1. So plus 5 sine of, okay, so 5 times 0 na naman yan. Okay? So cancel na yan. So divided by s squared plus 25. Okay? So therefore, ito is wala na to. And so as this one, so magiging negative of, so negative s times 1 is negative s divided by s squared plus 25. So negative times negative is magiging positive. So therefore, the result ng solution natin is actually this one, which is s all over s squared plus 25. So by inspection, doon sa provided choices dito sa problem, once again, the final answer is this one, which is s all over s squared plus 25. So the corresponding letter of our choice is actually letter C. Okay? So s all over s squared plus 25. Okay? So actually, the purpose of discussing this problem using this solution is para magkaroon kayo ng idea on how do we use this formula. But actually, we can easily evaluate the uh, Laplace transform of these fundamental functions by using the table provided for the Laplace transform of this uh, mga basic na function or fundamental function. And yung mga uh, functions na naka-indicate doon are actually galing dito. Okay? So the process is ganito lang naman. Okay? The evaluation. So, etong method na 'to is actually useful if ever na wala sa table yung, given na function na meron kayo. If ever, let's say, for example, meron kayong given na function and we cannot simplify that in terms of the fundamental functions as listed doon sa table. So, of course, wala tayong choice but to simply solve the given problem by using the formula, okay, which is eto. So, yun na nga, ah, kumbaga, that is the main point of, discussing these, problems by using the, formula para magkaroon kayo ng idea at least kung paano 'to gamitin, okay. So, let's proceed doon sa table na mine-mention ko. So, consider this, table for the Laplace transforms of common functions which are actually the fundamentals ito. So, if meron tayong, a constant which is let's say 1, the Laplace transform of 1 is 1 over s. If meron tayong x, the Laplace transform is this one, and the others are listed na rin dito. I will no longer, mention this by one, one by one. Okay? So, uh, to check or to solve the previous problems using this table, well, actually, if we go back to the first question, meron tayo ditong f of t which is equivalent to 1 and as per our calculation, the Laplace transform is 1 over s. Actually, given na to sa table. Okay? So, if we go back dito sa table, meron tayong solution which as per our solution is meron tayong 1 over s and as per the table the same. Okay? So, if ever you encounter a scenario na meron kayong constant, let's say, other constant, let's say 2, we can factor out or express yung 2 as 2 times 1. So, we can isolate yung 2. So, therefore, evaluate the Laplace transform of 1 which is ito ang result. So, therefore, meron tayong 2 times 1 over s as the final result or 2 over s. So, if 3, 3 over s and so on and so forth. So, basically, ang sinasabi ko is if ever meron tayong problem asking for the Laplace transform of a certain constant, you can simply say that this answer is the constant divided by s. Ganun lang. Okay? So, for the second or the next problem, which is this one, meron tayong f of t is equal to t, or if we convert this as function of x, this will be function of x is equivalent to x. So, yung sagot natin is ito. Okay. Actually parang may error tayo dito eh. So, let me correct muna this one. Parang may error. Okay. So, for number 15, ano yung error natin dito? The factor out natin ito. So, evaluated din ito. Okay, okay. So, dito pala sa part na 'to, meron tayong mistake. Sorry for that. Nagkamali tayo dito sa part na 'to. Okay. So, the evaluation nitong part na 'to. So, basically, nagkamali tayo dito once again. So, if we plug in 0 dito, dapat meron tayong 1 over s dito, multiplied by, e raised to negative st, which will be equivalent to, so dito muna pala, so magiging 0 na yan, plus 1 over s times 1. Okay. So, dito tayo nagkamali. Okay. So, meron tayo dito palang negative 1 over s multiplied by, uh, if we distribute this negative sign doon, negative 1 over s din ito. So, the result is 1 over s squared. Okay? So, the correct answer pala dito is 1. Okay? So, if we cross-check itong solution na to dito sa uh, table, meron tayong ito. Okay? So, 1 over s squared. So, this is the correct answer for that item. So, dito naman sa next problem which is meron tayong exponential function which is this one. So, this is a constant. So, let's say, this takes the form of e raised to 80, which is yung a natin is a constant. Well, actually, as per the table, if we take the Laplace transform of e raised to 80, ito ang result. 1 over s minus a. So, basically, if we copy ito, so magiging 1 all over s minus a. So, ang a natin dito is 2. So, therefore, if use the table, the result must be 1 all over s minus 2, which is, as per our calculation dito sa item na to, the result is the same. Okay, which is this one. For the next item, meron tayong sine of 3t, which is actually takes the form of, let's say, sine of 80, where a is once again another constant. So, if we take the Laplace transform of this one, so let's say f of s, as per the table, ang sine of 80, which is this one, is equivalent to a all over s squared plus a squared. So, basically, meron tayo ditong a all over s squared plus a squared. So, if we use this table, well, ang a natin dito is by inspection, the coefficient of the variable t. So, this must be 3. And ito is s squared plus 3 squared, which is 9. So, of course, the final result natin dito must be 3 all over s squared plus 9, which is yung answer natin kanina dito by using the long method. Okay? So, for the next is, of course, ito. So, if we go back doon sa table for the cosine of 80, meron tayong ganito. S all over s squared plus a squared. So, somewhat identical siya dito sa sign except dito sa numerator na we can replace a by s. Okay? The denominator is equal. So, dito, this takes the form of cosine of a t. So, the Laplace transform of this one is actually s all over s squared plus a squared. And by inspection, yung a natin, which is the coefficient of t, is 5. So, meron tayo ditong a squared, or which is 5 squared or 25. So, therefore, ang sagot natin dito must be equivalent to s all over s squared plus 25, which is yung sagot natin dito kanina. Okay? By using long method. So, to conclude, mas madali ang pag-solve nito if familiar kayo nito or memorize ninyo ito. And actually, this is particularly useful or wala tayong ibang solution except for this one if we are now evaluating the inverse Laplace transform of a given function f of s. Kumbaga babalik natin siya doon sa uh, natin ng form, which is either in the form of x or in the form of t. Okay? So, anyway, let us evaluate some other problems using this table para mas madali natin siyang mag ano yung idea kung paano natin 'to gamitin. Okay? So, dito, let's say, this problem, meron tayong t raised to 2. We are asked about the Laplace transform of this function. So, if we go dito sa table, meron tayong t raised to 2, which is, let's say, x squared in this case. So, actually, this takes the form of this one. So, therefore, the Laplace transform of x raised to n is this one. Okay? So, this actually takes the form of t raised to n. So, we are treating yung t. No, yung x as t in this case. So, the Laplace transform nito is equivalent to n factorial divided by eto, s raised to n plus 1. Okay? By inspection, ang n natin dito is 2. Okay? So, therefore, the the Laplace transform pala of this function is actually equivalent to 2 factorial divided by uh, s raised to 2 plus 1, which is itong 2 factorial is actually 2 times 1. So, 2 times 1 is 2 divided by s raised to 2 plus 1, which is 3. So, therefore, ito na ang result natin for evaluation, for the evaluation ng Laplace transform nito. So, by inspection, the letter of our choice must be letter C. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali if we are familiar with the table. So, if we perform the method that was discussed kanina, which is more on integration, actually, napaka time consuming kung iisipin. Okay? As you can see naman doon sa mga previous solutions natin. So, ito, if we are familiar with the table, within seconds, alam na natin yung sagot. Okay? So, next problem is this one. Meron tayong f of t, which is equivalent to e raised to negative t sine of 2t. So, balikan natin yung table ano. So, meron tayong e raised to negative t sine of 2t. Well, actually, if we inspect dito sa table, that problem actually takes the form of this one. Focus na tayo dito. An exponential function in the form of e raised to bx multiplied by the sine function e raised to ax, and the Laplace transform is a all over s minus b squared plus a squared. Actually, somewhat similar siya dito. And as you can see, yung s natin is shifted by some constant which is t. Actually, this is one of the properties of Laplace transform which is known as the shifting property of Laplace transform. So meron tayo ditong inintroduce na exponential term dito which is to some other constant multiplied by x. So notice na parehas sila except na yung s natin is shifted by some constant b. Okay, ito is a din dito, a squared dito, a squared dito, and pinagkaiba is itong s squared tapos itong s minus b raised to 2. Okay, so yung s natin is once again shifted to b. Okay, shifted by constant b. So dito, yun na nga, this takes the form of e raised to bx multiplied by sine of ax. And the Laplace transform nito, f of s, is equivalent to a all over the quantity s minus b squared plus a squared. So ang gagawin natin is we simply inspect for the values of a and b. So yung a natin is the coefficient of the variable t na nasa loob ng sine function, which is this one. So of course, ang a natin is 2, and ang b natin is the coefficient of x doon sa may exponent ng e, which is this one. In this case, ang variable na kinoconsider natin is t instead of x. So therefore, ito siya. So the coefficient of t dito is actually negative 1. So meron tayo ditong negative 1 as b. So therefore, since meron na tayong generalized na answer dito, we can simply plug in the values ng constant dito for us to arrive at the final answer. So therefore, ang f of s natin must be equivalent to a, which is yung 2, divided by s minus yung b natin, which is negative 1. And quantity squared plus a squared. So ang a natin is 2, i-raise pa natin siya by 2. So therefore, meron tayo ditong 2 divided by s minus negative 1 is actually s plus 1. So square nito plus 2 raised to 2, which is 4. So this is the simplest or the simplified na sagot natin in this question. Okay? So 2 all over s plus 1, quantity s plus 1 squared plus 4. So by inspection, ang sagot natin dito sa item na to must be letter A. Okay? For 2 all over the quantity s plus 1 squared plus 4. So once again, as you can see, napakadali ng pag-solve ng ganitong mga problems if ever we are familiar with the table. Because kumbaga naiwasan natin yung pag-perform ng lengthy solution based doon sa sa integral, Laplace integral. Okay? So next is ito. How about itong number 21? Actually, itong number 21 natin is hindi siya mentioned doon sa table. Ito, this function, this is actually a Dirac delta function. So Dirac delta function ito. Function. Actually, in the strict sense, hindi siya function ano. So anyway, I don't know the reason kung bakit siya natawag na function because actually, hindi naman talaga to function. And ito, hindi naman siya shifted to some other constant. So etong, let's say, function na to is basically represented by an arrow. And the length of that arrow is infinite and the width is of course 0. So basically, ang representation natin is ganito. So let's say this is the number line. So this is the y-axis. Kunyari, y-axis ito. And the function, the Dirac delta function is ganito. Represented siya by a vertical arrow pointing outward, upward. So the length of this line is once again infinite, which is represented by this arrow, pataas siya. So infinite ang length. So nag-extend siya pataas. And the width is of course 0. So basically, if you take the area bounded by this one is parang baga imposible. But dito sa case na to is kino-consider siya as 1. Okay? So infinite times 0 parang ganun. So basically, ang area nito is equivalent to 1. Okay? So notice that the integration or the formula that was mentioned kanina is integral. So basically, we are just taking the area bounded by the function na indicated doon sa integral, and the given limit is from 0 to infinity. So basically, we are just taking the area. So therefore, since na-mention ko na dito that the area, let's say the area of this function is equivalent to 1, we can simply jump into a conclusion that the Laplace transform of this one is actually ito. Okay? So once again, the Laplace transform of a Dirac delta function, which is represented by this diagram, which is a sudden jump of a value, is actually this one. So if ever you encounter a scenario that you're asked about the inverse Laplace transform of this constant, which is 1, well, we can go back to this Dirac delta function. Okay? Because hindi siya listed doon sa table eh. So once again, the Laplace transform of this Dirac delta function is 1. Okay? So next is ito. How about the Laplace transform of t e raised to 2t? Actually, if we go back doon sa table, meron tayong t e raised to 2t. So f of t is equivalent to t e raised to 2t. So if we inspect dito sa given table, ano yung meron tayo? Okay. So wala. So okay. Ito. Ito pala. So yung x natin dito will be treated as t dito sa solution because that is our independent variable. So actually this takes the form of t raised to n multiplied by e raised to ax. No, sorry. E raised to t. At, sorry. Okay. So basically, ang Laplace transform nito is indicated na by this one. So meron tayong n factorial divided by the quantity s minus a raised to n plus 1, which is once again somewhat similar dito kung iisipin natin. But meron tayong x raised to n dito, which is multiplied na by e raised to ax, which is once again the shifting property of Laplace transform. As you can see, shifted na naman itong s by a certain constant, which is in this time by a constant a. Shifted ito. Okay? So this actually takes the form of this one, but yung s natin is shifted. Okay? The shifting property once again. So therefore, ang solution natin will be based dito and factorial all over this s minus a raised to n plus 1. So if we go back doon sa slide, once again, this takes the form of t raised to n e raised to ax, which is ang Laplace transform nito is equivalent to n factorial divided by s minus a raised to n plus 1. Ang gagawin lang naman natin is to simply determine the values of a tapos n. So by inspection, itong a natin must be 2 and ang n natin is simply 1. Okay? Kasi wala naman tayong nakikita exponent dito. So therefore, treated siya as 1. Okay? So, of course, if we plug in the values dito, ang f of s natin is simply equivalent to n natin, which is 1 factorial divided by s minus a, which is 2 raised to n plus 1. So ang n natin is 1 plus 1. So of course meron tayo dito 1 factorial, which is obviously 1. So s minus 2 raised to 1 plus 1, which is 2. So once again, this is our final answer in this question, and by inspection, the corresponding letter of our choice must be letter A. Okay, for 1 all over the quantity s minus 2 raised to 2. Okay,